welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to share the full stack Java developer interview questions. So first question is explain your skills and professional summary. So you can explain your skills. So if you are a Java developer, like full stack developer or backend developer, you can explain what projects you have worked on and all this your professional skill. Second question is what is WSDL in SOAP. If you are using the SOAP services, you can explain the WSDL. Third question is what are the different parts of a WSDL file. Fourth question is how to expose SOAP services to the consumer. If you have that experience to exposing the web services, then you can explain the SOAP services. Next question is what configuration you have done at server side. So you can explain the server side what you did. Have you used IBM Web Console? You can use if you are using the IBM WebSphere, then you can explain it how you are using the console. Explain Maven Lifecycles. There are the lifecycle. So you can explain the lifecycles, the difference between the parent POM and child POM. Yeah. So if you are using the project structure, like there is the parent POM including the child POM, there is dependency between them, then you can explain the lifecycle of the Maven. Next question is what are the different HTTP status code. So you can explain the status code like the 200 for success, 400 for bad requests. So you can explain all the status code. Next question is have you used Jboss. If you use the Jboss, then you can explain the build and deployment process in the Jboss. Difference between the Angular 1 and 2. If you are working on the Angular, then you can explain the difference. What are the features of Angular 1 and what are the difference basically. How can you consume the REST API? Yeah, so you can next question is the difference between the Angular 1.1 and the Angular 2. So you can explain the difference, and can we migrate the Angular 1 to highest version. Okay. So you can explain if you are having the experience in Angular, how can you consume the REST API using the Angular client. Okay, you can explain that if you have the experience in Angular. Next question is on microservices. What are the microservices? How to expose a REST API to the consumer client. If you are using the Swagger, then you can explain the Swagger and the Swagger file. What is the Swagger file? Next question is how to convert JSON string into the object. So you can explain if you are using the JSON jar, then you easily can convert the JSON into the object. Next question is can we convert JSON to Java using Java API without using the third party like the Spring. If if you have that, you can go through you can search on Google how to give the microservices client when deployed from the different location. Have you used the agile development? You can explain this process of agile. Next is how to design your API diagram sequence, class diagram, entity relation diagram. What is the YAML file? So I'm going to explain the diagram, class diagram, how you design if you are using the Microsoft Visio. Difference between the jQuery and JavaScript. So these are all related to the front end questions. If you are the full stack developer, then if you have the experience on the jQuery and JavaScript, you can explain what are the differences between the jQuery and JavaScript. Next question is what Spring component you have used. So you can explain the components that are used in your project, like Spring Core, transactions, Spring JDBC. Next question is what is TypeScripting. What is the collection framework? So this is the core Java questions. Next question is how to achieve uniqueness using the collection. So if you have the experience, you can explain, like using the set you can achieve the uniqueness in the collection. What are the different Java 8 features? So you can mention all the Java 8 features. What is the lambda expressions? Next question is what is the purpose of stream API? How stream is working internally? So you can explain the purpose of the stream and how it works. Next question is what are the concurrency API in Java? Next question is what is EJB? If you have the experience, then you can explain. Next question is the JMS queue. If you have an experience on messaging queue, then explain about what is the JMS queue. And the last question is what is the AWS API in Azure Web. So if you have any experience on the cloud, then you can explain about how you can integrate the AWS APIs in your application. That's it, guys. Please subscribe my channels, and if you have any questions, please comment below. Thanks for watching these videos. Thank you.